Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I'm so excited to talk about this guitar that I have in my hands. What is this guitar, you might ask? Well, thank you for asking. Let me tell you. Today we're going to be checking out a Vola guitar, and this is the OZ 7T. And this color right here is shell pink gloss. So before we go any further, I guess you consider this a sponsored video, as Vola Guitars sent me this guitar to do a video on and to, do my thing and check it out and jam and all the above, alright? However, not being paid to say or do anything other than just to have some fun and just showcase the product, okay? Cool. So let's jam real quick. Let's just get it right out of the way. Let's use this guitar tuned down to drop A, going into the Will Putney suite from STL Tones, and let's just hear what this thing sounds like in a quick little fun little heavy mix, huh? This guitar does the job, man. It sounds really, really great, not only with a plugin, but also too in real life and or in a band setting. Let me explain. So in case you guys are unfamiliar, I've said it a couple times on this channel, but I'll say it one more time. I'm going on tour with a band called Monochromatic Black. Over the last couple weeks, I've been rehearsing with them and jamming with them, and I've been using this guitar at rehearsal. This guitar was going right into the front of a PV5150, very cliche metal amplifier. But anyway, man, this guitar, although it doesn't look the most metal thing in the world, it's very traditional at heart. It does the metal very, very well, and I'm stoked about that. The specs with this guitar is we have a 25.5-inch scale, 7 strings, obviously. We have a flame bucker in the bridge, which I really, really dig. It's really, really hot, and not only is it hot, but it's also clear as well, so that's a win, right? We got Vola single coil pickups. We got a 5-way, volume, tone. We also have a direct switch, which basically bypasses all the electronics, and then you can just have, for example, like your volume all the way off, and you can engage the direct switch, and then when you turn it off, it's almost like a kill switch of sorts, so that's pretty cool. Hard rock maple neck, Goto locking tuners, and Goto bridge, and bolt-on construction if I didn't say that, and I think that's pretty much it, man. Oh yeah, body's made out of alder too. Starting right off with the positives with this guitar, the main thing I like about it is how it feels in your hands, man. This neck and this neck profile and the fretboard radius, all encompassing, just feels really good. It's got a 16-inch fretboard radius, so pretty flat in comparison to say like an old school vintage guitar like a 7.25 radius. But that makes sense. I mean, we have an extra string here, and we're certainly catering towards modern music, generally speaking, with a 7-string, so that just makes a lot of sense. And then the neck profile itself, this neck profile is pretty thin. It's not a super chunky neck, but in my opinion, it's not the thinnest 7-string neck I've ever felt in my life. But it is more on the thin side if I had to describe it. Vola Guitars calls this neck profile a modern C, so take that information and do with it what you will. But long story short, man, it just feels really good in your hands when you're playing, and it balances really well on a strap and all that. I really, really dig it. Little strap test here. Feels really good. It sits nice and comfortably. It doesn't neck dive and anything like that. So yeah, it sits perfectly when you're playing with a strap. Another thing I love about this guitar, I kind of already said it, but I'm going to say it here again. The flame bucker, the Vola flame bucker, it sounds really, really good, man. Super clear, articulate, has a lot more high gain, or a lot more output, excuse me, than I was anticipating. I thought this guitar would be very, kind of reserved and more or less for, not metal and high gain tones, just because of how it looks, right? But in my opinion, I think the flame bucker has a lot of firepower behind it, hence the name, right? And last but not least, let's go with one more final positive. I really like the direct switch here. When you engage it, it bypasses everything, right? One thing I was doing when I was playing at rehearsal and stuff, and ultimately when I'm going playing on stage, I can use this button as like a kill switch, as a mute switch of sorts. Where like if I have my volume all the way down, I can still be playing, you know, just fine, and it bypasses everything. But when I'm done with the song, if I just want to have like a dropout and just like, you know, complete silence, kick off the direct mount switch, and now it engages all the electronics, and now I have no signal going to my guitar because my volume's turned down. Cool little trick, man, and I don't think I've really seen too many guitars do that all too often, so that's a cool little touch. Last positive I'll say, I'll wrap it up here, is I love the overall craftsmanship of this instrument. This guitar is made in Japan, and Japan has a great reputation for making amazing instruments. And in my opinion, this guitar feels absolutely amazing, man. It certainly has no QC issues, no sharp edges on the frets, no dead spots on the frets, no nicks and dings that I personally haven't put in it. You know what I mean? Like, overall, it is amazing, man. So I'll leave Vola Guitars' links down below in the description, as well as a pinned comment, so you guys can go check out their guitars. And yeah, man, if you let them know that I sent you over there, and check them out. I think they're really cool, and I'm really thankful and honored for this opportunity, because like I said in the unboxing of this guitar, I've been checking out Vola Guitars from a distance for many years because all of my peers and heroes have been playing them. And it's cool to finally get one here on the channel and check it out, okay? So with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to Vola Guitars. Thank you so much to everybody over there. Hope we can work together in the future, and I hope you dig this video, okay? And last but certainly not least, I want to thank you guys watching at home. Thank you for always being so good to me and so kind to me. Hope you dig this guitar, man. I hope you had a fun time hanging out with me with this video, okay? So with that being said, be on the lookout for this guitar in the very near future. And with that being said, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal. See you guys next time. Later.